Hello and welcome to EVE Basics. I can't promise you a billion iskies, but I can give you a little bit of knowledge about the game. Today we're going to do a tour of the Gallente Frigates. Look at these beautiful boys over here. Now this is just Tech 1 frigates and then a couple little faction frigates down here. We're not going into the assault frigates or I don't even know if there is any more kinds of frigates, but they were doing these Gallente ones today. Now, the reason I'm doing this is for newer players to help them understand what the point of each of these frigates is. I see people running missions in a Navitas solo. I see all kinds of crazy stuff. So we're going to demystify things a little bit here and start with our good buddy, the Atron. The Atron is a PvP ship. As such, I mean, you could take it into missions or to Anomalies, but there's really no point. It is bonused for small hybrid turret fall off and damage, and also has an 80% reduction in propulsion jamming system activation cost. That means things like your warp scrambler and your warp disruptor don't cost as much capacitor, so you can use them willy-nilly to your heart's content to tackle things. These are for holding down ships so that they cannot warp off, so that your buddies can kill them. So that is the job of the Atron. I have kind of some basic fits put together. This is what's going on here. It's got the Nosferatu, not really necessary. I'm still cap stable without it, but I have reasonably high skills, so you might not be without it, and that's fine. This is a 2 million ISK build of an Atron, and just look at the job done. You rocket in towards your target at 4,500 meters per second, which is bonkers. You tackle them down so they can't get away, and you hope you don't die in the process. That's about all for this guy, Atron, PvP tackle ship. Do not use it for missions or other things. You have better options, and we will get to them. So these are the Gallente frigates, but all of the races have equivalent tackle ships like this. They will be bonus for propulsion jamming stuff, just like the Atron is. Alright, next up is the Imicus. This is the Gallente Exploration Frigate. Again, just a real basic fit on this guy. Yes, it has a turned hardpoint up here, but you don't need to use it or put a turret there. The only other thing that can really benefit the high slots is a cloaking device, but those cost lots of money. And we're trying to be real cheap here because we're going to use these frigates without breaking the bank. Let's see what the cloaking device adds to this. You know, it's not really as expensive as I thought. Let's slap it on. So, you know, now you can be cloaky. Not a huge benefit in high sec. You're not really going to run into too much trouble. Imicus, by the time you go into low or null, probably shouldn't be flying an Imicus anymore. But, you know, if you want a cheap ship to go dink around in wormholes with, the Imicus is your buddy. It always needs one of these core probe launchers so you can launch stuff and look for scan down anomalies. You could put a micro warp drive here, but I prefer an afterburner for several reasons. With the micro warp drive, I end up going too fast. I know, it's weird, right? You bounce around against all the little cans you're trying to hack, and sometimes you just lose control if you're going 3,500 meters per second or something. So I actually prefer an afterburner. I'm sure there are many people that disagree with me on that. Data analyzer, relic analyzer, and scan range finding a way to help you find stuff faster. These two rigs can help improve your data analyzer and relic analyzer costs so you can hack better. And who don't want to hack better? And then just nanofibers, why not, right? They make you align faster so that you can warp places faster, and they make you a little bit more maneuverable, and you also just go faster. So this is the fit I find I like for this. Hobgoblins for fun, and 16 core scanner probes, of course. 8 load into the launcher at a time, and when you launch the 8, the other 8 will auto-reload, so you never have to worry about loading your launcher ever again as long as you carry 16 of these. The Hobgoblins are just for fun. Honestly, if something attacks you in this, you're going to blow up and die. So there's just don't get into fights with this Imicus. It's for exploring, and every race has an exploration frigate. Here's the Incursus. This is a gunboat. It's for shooting stuff. You can certainly take this into level 1 security missions or some of the easier combat anomalies. It's bonused for its armor repair and its small hybrid turret damage. So if you chuck some Federation Navy antimatter in there, you can get a good solid 130, 140 DPS out of this thing. I put a mag stab in it, so it makes it even betterer. Again, our job is to go fast and get in close. The optimal range of these turrets is within 900 meters, so you have to be inside the trunk of their ship in order to hit them. So you want to be able to get in fast on people with your micro warp and start shooting them with these things. The tracking on these turrets is insanely good, so you should be fine. And with the small armor upper going, 20 hit point a second, that's pretty good. You should be fine in this little guy. Gunboat can go PvE, can go PvP if you want to shoot people. I don't have tackle installed on this, but you can put some tackle on here. Not as good at tackling as the Atron, obviously, and like a $3 million ISK build there. Not too bad. Maulus is the Gallente E-War frigate, E-War meaning electronic warfare. And the point of this guy is it is bonus for sensor dampeners. Yes, it's got turret hard slots, or hard points, or whatever it's called. You really shouldn't be taking this guy into missions or anomalies. There's just better options. This is actually a PvP fit because, as you can see, it doesn't even have an armor repairer. And I would be counting on my logistics buddies to heal me, although unless you're a real small gang, you're probably not going to get a lot of attentions from logistics in a giant fleet in your Maulus. But what this guy does is if you fit like I don't know why I have 4 of these, if you fit targeting range damping scripts in here, any ship that you are running these sensor dampeners on, the target, they will get minus 48% to their maximum targeting range bonus. So between both of these, you're up at almost limiting their targeting range by almost 100%, which means they can't target anything, basically. And so the point of this ship, it's got lots of rigs over here that allow it to lock things quickly so that you can change targets quickly, and at a very long range, you can disrupt their ability to target things. Generally handy for shutting down obnoxious other Logi on the other side. In other words, other logistics ships. It's really good to make them not be able to target things, because then they can't heal anybody and they're basically worthless. So this is an EWAR frigate, not to be really used for missions, at least not solo. There's better options. Navitas, I've seen people shooting stuff in missions with this too. Don't do that. Sure, it's got turret hardpoints, but I don't know why you would ever mount a turret on this. It is completely bonused for remote armor repairers. This is a healer ship. It's a priest cleric kind of thing. The point of the Navitas is to be fast and mobile, and also basically as cap stable as you can possibly get, so that you can be running all your reppers on your friends to keep them alive. This is also a PvP fit. Although you could run this in missions with a buddy, you can keep them healed up while they're doing stuff. That's totally fine. If that's the case, if that's what you're going to do with it, you should probably put a repper of your own on here, so in case you start taking some damage, you can heal yourself up. But this is PvP fit. And at 1.5 million ISK, it's hard to argue with this guy. He's fast and he repairs things a lot. So, yep, that's the Gallente Logistics Frigate there. Tristan, oh, this is my favorite little guy. This is the Gallente Drone Frigate. Great for missioning, as you can run drones very effectively on this thing. And it can repair itself and be very fast, and you can also shoot stuff with guns. So, this is usually fit up with drones, drone damage enhancer, and usually used as a little tiny frigate drone platform. If you take this into missions or anomalies, you won't be disappointed. Alright, Fed Navy Comet. This is a faction frigate. This is a little bit more expensive. As you can see, by itself it's about 12 million just for the hull. And then, you can, if you fit it for PvP, this is a really good PvP ship. The bonuses to the damage on this are just staggering. With Tech 2 blasters and some Boyd ammo, you can hit up to 270 DPS on a frigate. That's insane. Really, really good PvP ships, just because of the amount of tracking speed and damage that these turrets can plow out. And look, you even get some drones. 3 drones at a time, which is, it's pretty good. So 270 DPS, nothing to sneeze at for 24 mil on a frigate. With decent EHP and tons of speed. I'm scared of these guys. And the last one is a ship I've never seen anyone fly, so maybe someday I'll just fly one for fun. This is a Maulus Navy issue, but don't think it's like a Maulus. It's not. It is bonus for very different things than the Maulus. It mentions nothing about sensor damps. It gives you drone bonuses, warp scrambler bonuses. This is some kind of tackle ship. And I've actually never flown one of these. I don't know if it's fit right. It's probably not fit right. But I put some neutralizers on it because why not? And because it doesn't really have a bonus to weapons at all. So I figure why put weapons on it? We'll just put some newts on there and just nuke people out, scramble them all day, and have a repairer for yourself when you get in trouble. You newt them out, let your drones take care of them. I don't know what to do with this thing. It's a weird ship, and so, you know, if you want to fly one, do some more research on it, because as far as basic stuff, this is not very useful. It might be more useful in advanced setups, but I don't know. And that is my Gallente Frigate Tier 1 tour and faction. So you've got your PvP tackle ship, your explorer, your gunboat that shoots stuff with guns, pew pew, your EWAR frigate, your logistics frigate, and your missioning drone boat, which is really nice, and your PvP, faction warfare, blow people up frigate, and some kind of weird Maulus Navy issue frigate that I don't understand. So yeah, thanks for watching, and like and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. I try to put out videos every now and then. Oh, thanks.